Malaki Starks can be a big-time name once we get to Green Bay and the draft.
Klubnik lets it go deep and intercepted by the All-American Malaki Starks.
Oh my goodness, Malaki Starks with a brilliant interception. Wow.
He's an All-American. He's an NCAA champion, and you're going to hear his name in Green Bay when the 2025 NFL Draft begins. Malaki Starks, welcome on the show.
For Green Bay or in Green Bay?
In Green Bay. The draft is in Green Bay. Okay. Don't try to put words in my mouth.
No, Jamie, because you know we got a lot of Georgia Bulldogs on our team.
Yeah, so do the Eagles.
Yes,
okay, we got. Malaki, welcome on GMFB.
Thank you. How y'all doing?
We're great. Nice to meet you. It's been quite the process for you. Your career at Georgia was excellent, but now you're trying to make a new name for yourself in the NFL. What's the last couple months been like for you?
It's been special. It's been traveling a lot, meeting a lot of different teams, a lot of different organizations. It's been hectic, but it's been a big blessing. You know, I know some guys who haven't had a lot of meetings and stuff, so I'm just trying to be grateful and take it all in.
Sure. Now, you are Georgia born and raised. You go to Georgia. Is there, are you excited to perhaps go to not play for the Falcons, for example, go somewhere else in the country to experience life a little bit as a grown-up, if you will?
Yeah, I think I've been ready to get away from home a little bit, but honestly, I'm just ready to get back to football. I packed up my house the other day and all my boxes just sitting there, so I'm ready to know where I'm shipping my clothes and my shoes and everything. Yeah, well, me and my fiance packed them.
Okay, get some help.
Yeah, no. So I'm just ready to figure out where I'm gonna be.
You see how you snuck that fiance?
Yeah, congratulations. When are you gonna get married?
March 20th, 2026.
What's her name, man?
Savannah.
Yeah. So how you doing, Savannah?
Gonna be a beautiful bride. Go ahead.
And thank you, Jamie. That was a great question, because when you play in Georgia for so long, you never know who may select you. And the thing about me, I was talking off air, I thought Houston was going to draft me.
Right.
And I get a call from the Green Bay Packers, and I was a little bit shocked. The shocking thing is I was prepared, though, because of my parents.
Yep.
My mom raised 5 kids by herself. Tell me about you and your parents' relationship getting you ready for this.
Yeah, my parents have been very present through this whole process. We have a very religious background, so just, really hanging on that faith and, what they taught me and my sister growing up as well, but also like my team, my agents. I got a group of female agents, and they're awesome. They've been through this a lot, and they've taught me, they've told me how it's going to go, what I need to do. So they've been very supportive through the whole process.
Oh, you got the right agent.
Right.
That's a fact. Now, when I got here, safety, cover 2 at Florida State was not cover 2 with the Packers. Do you consider yourself a box safety, a middle safety? How do you see yourself moving forward? Because I know Kirby's defense, aggressive. Cause we got, like I said, we got a lot of Bullock came here. It was a safety. And or do you cover tight ends? What do you consider yourself?
I do pretty much of it all, if I'm being honest, because at the University of Georgia, the package was a little different. So like we really did a lot of different things, and I was able to be put in the position to do different things. So just being able to do that, I think I've had the ability to go cover tight ends, go cover slots, play deep third, play half, play in the middle of the field, play in the box, play outside as well. So just having that ability and having that that process of doing all of it, I think has prepared me very well.
Now, you're sitting next to this Hall of Famer here. You just seem like a kid who loves the game of football. Who were you a fan of growing up? Who were maybe some of your favorite players? What teams did you cheer for? Because despite being a draft pick by the Packers, this man admitted last segment that he used to cry tears over the Dallas Cowboys when he was a child. So who were you a fan of as a child before you hear your name called by one of the 32 this weekend?
I was a big Pittsburgh fan. Troy Polamalu was my favorite safety growing up. So I was a really big Pittsburgh fan, so I kind of watched that whole dynasty and how it worked out. I was really big with Seattle as well. All the guys that came through there. Yep. I'm a fan of really good ball. So really just, whenever I could find a good team and good players, I watched.
What's some advice that you have heard from Georgia players that have come back to check in on you guys? We know Kirby Smart runs a tight ship and a tough program and a very loud practice from time to time. But when guys come back, the Nakobe Deans of the world, they tell you, hey, this is what life is like in the NFL. What makes you think you're ready for it? What have you heard about it?
Yeah, I think when a lot of guys come back, they kind of piggyback off what kind of goes on at the University of Georgia, just how it's ran. It's ran like a pro-type university. So they do a really good job of preparing us for the next level. And, they treat you like a pro the first day you step in there. So just kind of when you're there, you have no choice but to learn how to be a pro. So just taking that and running with it and just having the advice of guys that's already in the league, just, coming back and giving tips and telling me to be myself and, handling it like a business and stay true to myself. I think those are the biggest things. And like I said, the University of Georgia did a great job of preparing us for the next level. Yeah,
because I was always told safety's not necessary height and weight and speed because you're a lot taller than probably people know.
Right.
Almost 6'2", in that kind of range. Teams that throw the football the most will be the ones that are going to select you because that's what they're going to be in a shootout. They need a guy with a range, size, and that wingspan. And if it's one particular team, because I'm telling you, I thought it was going to be Houston. Is there one team out there I got a few more calls from? I feel a chemistry that you think you can really marry your that you feel they may select you?
No, not really. It's kind of been even kill. It's been even kill from everybody.
Yes.
But I got a lot of good relationships with everybody. I've met with every team through 30s and through visits and combine as well. So I'm just excited to see where I'm gonna land.
You seem. And I say this with love and as a compliment, you seem like such a grown-up already, honestly.
Exactly.
Right? You're getting married next year. You're coming out. You're going to be a pro. What are you most looking forward to in this next phase of your life beyond I get to take snaps as a safety in the NFL? You just seem like you have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, I think just the experience. I haven't really traveled a lot. Growing up, I didn't travel a lot, so just like the experience with my family, going to games and going out and seeing different things, trying different foods, just like little things in life, stuff that I haven't got to experience that I'm really excited for.
Well, the list of teams in the NFL that do the international games is growing, so maybe you're going to get drafted to a team that plays in like Dublin or Madrid or something, and then you're like Malaki Starks, international NFL player, all right? So nice to get to know you. Stay healthy. Thanks for coming on GMFB.
Thank you so much.